Welcome back, coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we're diving into the top 5 wheat pennies that every collector dreams of finding. These coins aren't just pieces of copper. They're tiny time capsules from America's past, each with a story, a rarity, and sometimes a value that might surprise you. From rare mint marks to high-grade survivors, these are the pennies that can turn an ordinary collection into a treasure trove. So grab your magnifying glass, check your jars of change, and let's explore these must-have wheat pennies together. So let's get started. First up, the story of the 1955 D-wheat penny begins in an era when America was rapidly changing, yet everyday coins quietly carried history in the palms of millions of people. Minted in 1955 at the Denver Mint, this small copper coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but collectors know that even the most common pennies can hide extraordinary stories and surprising value. The Wheat Penny series, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, becoming the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. By 1955, the design created by sculptor Victor David Brenner had already been in circulation for nearly half a century, yet it continued to capture the attention of collectors around the world. On the obverse of the coin, Lincoln's calm portrait faces right with the words, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 1955, stamped clearly to the right, while just beneath the date sits the small but important D mint mark, indicating it was produced in Denver. On the reverse, the classic wheat stalk design frames the words 1 cent and United States of America, a design that symbolized American agriculture and prosperity. Millions of these coins were produced, yet the fascination surrounding the 1955 D-wheat penny lies not only in its history, but also in the possibility of rare varieties, minting quirks, and pristine high-grade specimens that can dramatically increase its value. While many circulated examples are worth only a few cents above face value, collectors constantly search through jars of old coins, hoping to discover a perfectly preserved example or a rare minting anomaly. Over time, the condition of the coin has become one of the biggest factors determining its value. Coins graded in mint state, especially those with bright original red luster, can command impressive prices at auctions and collector markets. A well-preserved 1955 D-wheat penny, with sharp details and Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse, can be worth many times more than a worn coin that circulated for decades in pockets and cash registers. Another reason this coin fascinates collectors is the historical context of 1955 itself. During that year, America was experiencing economic growth, new technologies were emerging, and everyday commerce relied heavily on coins like the humble penny. Every time someone bought a newspaper, a candy bar, or paid a bus fare, coins like the 1955 D-wheat penny changed hands, silently becoming part of countless everyday stories. Today, decades later, these same coins are often rediscovered in old collections, inherited jars, or forgotten drawers, sparking excitement among coin enthusiasts who wonder if they might hold a valuable piece of history. The coin's copper composition also adds to its appeal. Made primarily of 95% copper, wheat pennies from this era possess a warm reddish tone that collectors love, especially when the coin has been preserved carefully. Even small differences in color, ranging from bright red to red-brown or deep brown, can influence a coin's desirability. Auction records show that exceptional examples graded at the highest levels can reach surprisingly high prices, proving that even a small 1-cent coin can become a treasure when rarity and condition align. Yet perhaps the most exciting part of collecting the 1955 D-wheat penny is the thrill of the hunt. Many collectors believe that valuable coins are still waiting to be discovered in everyday change, coin rolls from banks, estate sales, or inherited collections. This sense of possibility keeps the hobby alive, inspiring new collectors to study mint marks, learn grading techniques, and explore the fascinating world of numismatics. The 1955 D-wheat penny therefore represents far more than a simple coin. It is a small piece of American history, a reminder of mid-century life, and a symbol of how ordinary objects can gain extraordinary significance over time. Whether found in a dusty coin jar or carefully stored in a collector's album, This humble penny continues to spark curiosity and excitement, proving that sometimes the smallest pieces of metal can carry the greatest stories. The story of the 1946 wheat penny, with no mint mark, begins just after the end of one of the most important moments in modern history, the closing chapter of World War II. As soldiers returned home and the nation began rebuilding its economy and communities, everyday life slowly returned to normal across the United States. In this new era of hope and reconstruction, millions of small copper coins quietly entered circulation, including the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny struck at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, which produced coins without a mint mark. At first glance, the coin might look like an ordinary 1-cent piece, but to collectors and historians, it represents a powerful symbol of the transition from wartime struggle to peacetime prosperity. The design of this coin belongs to the famous Lincoln wheat cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The portrait of Lincoln was created by talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose artistic vision turned a simple penny into a miniature piece of national history. On the front of the coin, Lincoln's thoughtful profile faces to the right, surrounded by the words, "In God we trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1946 to the right. Unlike coins struck in Denver or San Francisco, the Philadelphia issue carries no mint mark, which is why collectors often call it the 1946 plain, or 1946 no mint mark wheat penny. On the reverse side, two graceful wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, a design meant to represent the nation's agricultural strength and hard-working spirit. Although more than 200 million of these pennies were produced, their true value today depends greatly on condition, rarity within high grades, and the presence of unusual minting characteristics. Many of these coins circulated heavily during the late 1940s and 1950s, passing from hand to hand in grocery stores, bus stations, newsstands, and diners across America, which means most surviving examples show significant wear. Yet every once in a while, collectors discover a remarkably preserved coin hidden away in an old jar, coin roll, or inherited collection. When a 1946 wheat penny with no mint mark is found in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially with bright original red luster, it can command impressive prices among numismatists. Professional grading services carefully examine these coins under magnification, evaluating every tiny detail from the sharpness of Lincoln's hair strands to the crisp lines of the wheat stalks on the reverse. Coins that receive high mint state grades can sometimes sell for dozens or even hundreds of dollars, depending on quality and eye appeal. The copper composition of the coin, consisting of about 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, also contributes to its beauty and historical significance, giving it a rich reddish glow when preserved well. Beyond its potential value, however, the 1946 wheat penny tells a deeper story about everyday Americans in the years immediately after the war. Imagine a factory worker receiving this coin as change after buying lunch, or a child saving it in a piggy bank along with other pennies earned from chores. Each coin traveled through countless pockets and cash registers, silently witnessing ordinary moments that together formed the fabric of post-war American life. Today, collectors search tirelessly through rolls of old coins and estate collections, hoping to rediscover pieces like this, because every wheat penny holds the possibility of history, rarity, and unexpected value. The excitement of that search, the idea that a tiny 1-cent coin might turn out to be a hidden treasure, continues to inspire new generations of coin enthusiasts around the world. In many ways, the 1946 no mint mark wheat penny represents more than just currency. It stands as a reminder that even the smallest object can carry the weight of history, artistry, and human stories stretching back decades. And somewhere, perhaps in an old drawer or forgotten coin jar, another 1946 wheat penny may still be waiting to be rediscovered, its journey continuing as collectors study it, preserve it, and share its remarkable story with the world. Next up, the 1950 wheat penny, struck at the Denver Mint, is far more than a simple copper coin. It is a tangible fragment of mid-20th century America, a period of post-war optimism and rapid change. At first glance, It may seem like an everyday 1-cent piece, yet collectors know that every detail, down to the tiniest hairline on Lincoln's head or the subtle curvature of the wheat stalks on the reverse, can tell a story spanning decades. This coin belongs to the iconic Lincoln wheat cent, designed by the gifted sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose work transformed a humble penny into a miniature tribute to Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of liberty, perseverance, and national unity. On its obverse, Lincoln's calm and contemplative profile is surrounded by the words, "In God we trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1950 to the right, with the small but significant D, mint mark proudly declaring its Denver origin. The reverse is graced with the classic wheat stalks that frame 1 cent and United States of America, a motif symbolizing the hard-working spirit of the American people and the nation's agricultural roots. Despite being mass-produced, with millions of 1950 D pennies minted, the coin's true allure today lies in the variations, minting anomalies, and, above all, condition. Circulated coins often show decades of wear from passing through countless hands, yet the rare uncirculated specimens, especially those retaining brilliant red or red-brown original luster, can command premium prices among collectors, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars at auctions. Professional grading services carefully evaluate these coins, examining details like the sharpness of Lincoln's beard, the clarity of the date, and the definition of the wheat stalks. Even subtle differences in strike quality, color, or surface preservation can dramatically affect value. Beyond financial worth, the 1950 D wheat penny is a portal into the daily life of post-war America. Imagine a small child receiving one as change from buying a comic book, a factory worker pocketing it after lunch, or a mother saving coins to teach her children about thrift. Each penny traveled through countless pockets, cash registers, and coin jars, silently witnessing ordinary moments that collectively tell the story of a nation in transition. The copper composition, primarily 95% copper, with traces of tin and zinc, gives the coin a warm reddish tone that collectors cherish, especially when it has been preserved with care. Enthusiasts still search bank rolls, estate sales, and old coin collections, driven by the thrill of discovering an exceptional 1950 D wheat penny that might be hidden among ordinary change. The coin's enduring popularity is a testament not only to its historical significance, but also to the artistry and precision of U.S. minting practices during that era. Over time, these pennies have become more than currency. They are small pieces of history, tangible reminders of American life in the 1950s, objects that connect collectors with generations past. Whether found in a dusty coin jar, inherited from a grandparent, or professionally graded and sold at auction, the 1950 D wheat penny continues to fascinate, representing a perfect combination of historical context, numismatic artistry, and the timeless excitement of the hunt for hidden treasure. Each coin, with its unassuming 1-cent value, carries decades of stories, craftsmanship, and American legacy, proving that even the smallest objects can hold remarkable significance. The 1950 D wheat penny is therefore not just a coin. It is a journey through history, a collector's dream, and a reminder that the ordinary can become extraordinary in the hands of those who appreciate its story. Next up, the 1952 wheat penny, struck during a pivotal era in American history, is more than just a 1-cent coin. It is a small yet powerful witness to the everyday life and transformation of the United States in the early 1950s. Whether it bears the D, mint mark from Denver, the S from San Francisco, or no mark from Philadelphia, each coin carries its own story of origin, craftsmanship, and circulation. Part of the iconic Lincoln wheat cent, the 1952 wheat penny continues the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait was immortalized over 4 decades earlier by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, Lincoln's calm profile looks to the right, framed by the inscriptions, "In God we trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1952 to the right, while the mint mark, if present, sits just beneath the date, signaling its place of production. The reverse features the classic wheat stalks flanking the words 1 cent and United States of America, a design that symbolizes the nation's agricultural heritage and industrious spirit. While millions of these pennies were produced, Collectors today are fascinated not only by rarity and condition, but also by the subtle variations that make certain coins more valuable. Circulated examples often reveal decades of wear, from small scratches and nicks to the fading of their copper luster. But uncirculated coins, especially those retaining bright original red or red-brown surfaces, can command significant value in the numismatic market. Expert grading examines the sharpness of Lincoln's hair, the detail of the wheat stalks, the clarity of the date and mint mark, and overall surface preservation, each factor influencing desirability and price. Beyond monetary value, the 1952 wheat penny is a tangible connection to a post-war America where ordinary coins traveled from hand to hand in countless everyday transactions. A child might have received one as change for a candy bar, a worker pocketed it after buying lunch, and a homemaker might have saved dozens in a jar, slowly building a small fortune of pennies over time. The coin's 95% copper composition, enhanced with tin and zinc, gives it a warm reddish hue that collectors treasure, particularly when the surface remains untuned or shows minimal wear. Today, the thrill of discovery drives collectors to search old coin rolls, estate collections, and forgotten jars, hoping to find a 1952 wheat penny in exceptional condition, sometimes even uncovering rare minting anomalies that dramatically increase a coin's value. More than just a piece of currency, this coin embodies American history, artistry, and culture. It is a reminder that even the smallest objects can carry the weight of decades of human activity, economic growth, and societal change. Every 1952 wheat penny holds stories of commerce, family life, and personal histories, offering collectors a tangible link to the past. Whether preserved in albums, professionally graded, or discovered in unexpected places, the 1952 wheat penny continues to captivate collectors and history enthusiasts alike, proving that ordinary coins can hold extraordinary stories. Its enduring appeal lies not only in potential value, but in the way it connects us to the very heartbeat of mid-century America, where every coin in circulation was a witness to life's ordinary and extraordinary moments alike. The 1953 wheat penny, minted at the Denver Mint, is a remarkable artifact of mid-20th century America, a time when the nation was moving forward with post-war optimism, economic growth, and the everyday rhythms of life that were carried in pockets across the country. Although it may appear at first glance as a simple 1-cent coin, every line, every detail of the 1953 wheat penny tells a story spanning decades, making it a highly sought-after piece for collectors and numismatists alike. Belonging to the famous Lincoln wheat cent, this coin carries the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, immortalized by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, Lincoln's dignified profile gazes to the right, flanked by the inscription, "In God We Trust" above, Liberty to the left, and the date 1953 to the right, with the distinguishing D mint mark proudly indicating its Denver origin. The reverse of the coin features the iconic wheat stalk design, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots and the hard-working ethos of the American people. Despite millions of 1953 wheat pennies having been minted, the coin's fascination for collectors lies in the variations in strike quality, condition, and the rare anomalies that occasionally surface. Most examples circulated widely, showing the wear of decades of hands passing them along, but coins preserved in exceptional condition, especially those with original red luster or brilliant uncirculated surfaces, can command premium prices in the collector market. Professional grading examines every detail: the sharpness of Lincoln's beard and hair, the clarity of the date and mint mark, and the definition of the wheat stalks. Even subtle differences in color, surface preservation, or minor minting quirks can dramatically influence the coin's value. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1953 wheat penny offers a window into the everyday life of mid-century America. Picture it exchanged at a local diner for a soda, handed to a child learning to save in a piggy bank, or carried in the wallet of a working adult navigating a post-war economy. Every coin in circulation silently witnessed countless small moments that together tell the story of a nation recovering, growing, and thriving. The coin's 95% copper composition, combined with tin and zinc, gives it a warm reddish-brown tone cherished by collectors, especially when the surfaces have been well preserved over decades. Today, collectors and hobbyists scour coin rolls, estate sales, and inherited collections, driven by the thrill of discovering a high-grade or rare 1953 DeWitt penny that may have been hidden away for generations. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its historical significance, artistic design, and the meticulous craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint during this era. More than a piece of currency, the 1953 DeWitt penny is a tangible connection to the past, a small object that carries stories of American life, artistry, and economy. Each penny, though modest in face value, embodies decades of history, the legacy of Lincoln, and the excitement of the numismatic hobby. Whether found in a dusty coin jar, preserved in a collector's album, or professionally graded and sold at auction, the 1953 DeWitt penny continues to fascinate and inspire, proving that even the smallest coin can hold immense historical and emotional significance. Its story reminds us that coins are not just currency. They are vessels of memory, culture, and enduring curiosity, waiting for each new generation of collectors to uncover, study, and treasure.